I'll have to be honest with you. First thing I'm going to mention right up front is it's free. I like this service when it's free because, you know, you can tie up a lot of money in different services, and from experience I found out that sometimes you can pay a lot of money and you may not be getting that much out of it.
Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's August 15th, 2014. I'm Logan Burgess. Today we had a relatively quiet trade for the grains here on a Monday. Let's jump into the iPad and see where grains settled. We saw corn up 4.5 cents, soybeans picking up 2.5, and we had Chicago wheat continuing its move down lower, off 2 cents here on the day. Now it was a very quiet day to start the week here. Early in the trade session we had a lot of chatter that was surrounding the frost freeze events from over the weekend. If you take a look at this map, we showed this here on Friday. The areas that are highlighted in blue were under a frost advisory coming into the weekend. Now we did get some reports of frost, but it sounds like lows were still in the mid to low 30s. No significant damage done to this crop. There was some speculation that we could see a strong open to the trade on Sunday night. We really didn't get that, and we didn't see any move higher in this grain market till about mid-session. We did have 2 export sales reported this morning for corn and soybeans, one going to Mexico, one going to China. But as I said, a relatively quiet trade, and this grain market really did not get the bounce that some traders were looking for on the heels of this frost freeze event. Now if we look toward the remainder of the month here, you can see these 2 maps provided by Planalytics. You can see that between September 20th to the 24th, we expect a warming trend to come into the grain belt, and that really should continue into the northern states through the 28th of September. So right now a lot of weather models are looking at a remainder of September that has a very low probability for a frost freeze event, and in my opinion that would be one factor that may allow these grain markets to continue sliding lower, especially considering the relatively bearish report that we got last Thursday from the USDA. Now one thing to keep in mind this week here is that we are going to have updated planted acreage numbers from the FSA. We got their original report about a month and a half ago. They're going to be making an update here, and over the last several growing seasons we've seen the final acreage from the USDA come in relatively close to what we got from the September report from the FSA. So we're going to be breaking down that report here tomorrow on GrainTV. Really for the last several months we've seen yield been the major focus, but once again acreage is going to be a topic of discussion here, and this is going to be a good report here as far as benchmarking acreage as we move into harvest. Thanks a lot for joining us here on a Monday for a relatively quiet trade in the grain market. As always, if you want to get live quotes on your iPad, iPhone, Android, or tablet, you can visit us over at grainhedge.com, take a no obligation 14-day trial, and see if it would be beneficial for you as we enter harvest. Right now we have a lot of producers that work with us here at GrainHedge using the iPad or a smartphone to monitor the markets and place trades from the combine. If you'd like to take a look for yourself, like I said, visit us at grainhedge.com, or as always, call the office. Number here is 877-472-4607. Have a great evening. We'll see you back here tomorrow.